Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my hair is still a little wet, so if I'm like messing with it, I am so sorry. The viewfinder, again, I am sorry. I'm trying to figure out, could I sit a little bit more up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is an exciting day. I have never done this video before. It is the mid-year book freakout tag. So basically what this is it's halfway through the year and there is a list of questions about book related things that I'm going to answer for you. Now some of them I already know which books I would pick obviously for it, but I'm going to go through some and I might have to think about it. So let's just get right into the video. I hope this lighting is good because it is so bright outside, so it's hard to see the screen because it's so bright behind y'all. So maybe that means I look good though. Let's just get right into it. So the first one, the best book you have read so far. Get out of my face. So the best book you have read so far in 2021, and I'm gonna have to go back and forth between my list because I swear I read Crescent City this year. But it's technically was last year, so that's fun. Because I was going to have Crescent City for a lot of these, and then I realized, oh, I read it like of the end of December last year. So far I've read 8 books. My goal is 21. And so the first question, the best book you've read so far, and I think it has to go to, yeah, it's kind of, yep, it has to go to this one. So the best book I have read is A Court of Silver Flames, just because I was expecting, of course, to love it because, you know, my favorite series of all time is ACOTAR and that kind of thing. So, of course, I was expecting to like this book, but I was very, very iffy about Nesta and Cassian, and Nesta honestly just annoys me a lot, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Nesta, but after reading this, I really did enjoy it. I like Nesta a lot more now. I love Cassian. We'll get into that later in the video. But yes, A Court of Silver Flames is probably my favorite book I have read so far. She was a big one, but yes. Okay, the next question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2021. Now, I'm actually rereading the whole Throne of Glass series. So a lot of the books I've read this year are from Throne of Glass. Like right now I'm on Queen of Shadows. I'm almost done with it. But literally I'm almost done rereading this because I want to read Kingdom of Ash this year. So yeah, so most of the books I've read are Throne of Glass. But, so I'm not going to count those as sequels because they're like sequels that I'm rereading. So that basically leaves the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I would probably say my favorite sequel was Ruin and Rising, just because I have book talks about these videos. These weren't my favorite books of all time. They were good. I probably won't reread them again. It did have a good ending. I like the ending, so I'll just put it that. For number 2, the best sequel you've read so far. So I'm just going to say Ruin and Rising. Just because basically these are the only other new sequels I've read this year, and you guys can watch my book talk to see how I feel about it. The next is a new release you haven't read yet, but you want to. Now, technically, these aren't like brand new releases that like just came out, but they're new to me. So we're just going to go off of that. So let me make sure. New releases you haven't read yet, but want to. So I have 2 books for these. And the first one is From Blood and Ash. This is a new book that I've recently got and I haven't read yet, so I'm really excited to read it. This book has been everywhere on TikTok, so if you have TikTok, you've probably seen some book videos related to this. So I'm not going to go too in-depth about it. As well as the second book I want to read. It is new-ish, but it's not like brand new, and that is The Secret Life of Addie LaRue and by V.E. Schwab. And both of these, if you are like brand new to BookTube, you probably haven't heard of them, but if you've been here for, you know, even a hot second, you've heard about these 2 books. They're, yeah, I'm not going to say much about them, but they are new releases that I haven't read, but I want to. So it's probably right after I finish the Throne of Glass series, or as soon as I finish Kingdom of Ash. These will probably be the next books I read because I want to start reading new stuff because I've been in such a rereading kick. Like, honestly, I want to reread Crescent City, but it's like, no, I need some new stuff in my life, and so these are the two that I'll probably be reading soonish. Okay. Question number 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Honestly, I looked up books that are coming out the second half of the year, and honestly there wasn't anything really jumping out at me, so I'm just gonna skip this question and just, you know, like I said, these are what I'm most excited for. But yeah, there's no new releases yet, just because I love reading, but like I don't like do all this research and see what books are coming out. Usually it's like when I see an author post about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, new book, excited. But other than that, yeah, no. Number 5, biggest disappointment. I'm not going to go too much in depth because I do have a book review for each of these. But Shadow and Bone, I don't know what it was, but I had such high hopes for this series. Like, I was expecting this to be like gold, which, I mean, to some people it is, but it just, I don't know what it was. I don't know. I think I went in with way too high of expectations. I don't know. I just felt like the books were short. It was missing some stuff, but like I said already, I have a book review for these already uploaded, so you guys can go watch those and see my honest opinions. But yeah, I would say this is like the biggest disappointment because I think it was only because I just had too high standards and high expectations for it, that obviously it was going to be really hard for these books to meet. But yeah, the Shadow and Bone, yeah, I'm not going to go too depth because I've already filmed a video about it. The biggest surprise. So this one will go to good old Heir of Fire. And I guess you can say Queen of Shadows because I'm currently reading it right now too. But this was going to be the biggest surprise because I remember loving the Throne of Glass series. It's just when it came to Kingdom of Ash, because I read everything up until Kingdom of Ash and I was like, I'm not mentally prepared for this right now, because 1, it's a big book, 2, it's this end of the series. I wasn't ready for it. So now I've like procrastinated. I'm like, okay, Delaney, it is time, but now it's been so long, I need to reread everything. So that's why I've been on like a rereading kick. But I remember liking Heir of Fire because of Rowan and the magic and everything, but rereading it made me remind, like, it just was like, oh my gosh, yes, I did love this a lot more. Now, I think some people personally don't like Heir of Fire, but so far out of the series, it's honestly my favorite, as well as Queen of Shadows. Like, it was a good surprise. It was like, wow, I forgot how much I love these books. I love these characters, but because they're like near the end, I can't really talk about them without spoiling, and I don't want to spoil anybody. But if you are curious and haven't heard anything, the first book is called Throne of Glass, and I highly recommend it. It's probably my second favorite series of all time, and I'm just rereading them all. So that was my biggest surprise. It was like, wow, I'm happy. I'm in a happy place. I'm good. Okay, so favorite new author or debut or new to you. Okay, so I've only read 2 authors this year. I've read a total of 8 books, but only 2 authors. So that's Sarah J. Maas and Leah Bardugo. And so I'm going to say that I am excited for her. I do have some other books, like The Ninth House. And then do I have something else by her? Okay, I think The Ninth House. So I'm excited to read that from her. Like, her writing style was great. It was easy to read. I was good. I think it was just the plot itself, the storyline, I just wasn't the biggest fan of, so that's not a big deal. So I would say, yeah, she's one of my new favorite authors because there's a ton of books that she has out that I want to read. So it's not like, oh, these suck, I'm not going to read her books. I am. And I'm excited to read a lot of her other books. For example, Ninth House. Is it Ninth House? Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was The Ninth House or Ninth House, but Ninth House. Anywho. Newest fictional crush. Okay. Where's the book? Newest fictional crush is probably Cassian. And you're probably thinking, Delaney, did you not like Cassian and Akatar? Like, what is wrong with you? I did. But I just saw him always, like, as the bigger brother, or, like, the guy that's, like, your guy best friend. I always saw them as, like, the guy best friend, whatever. And, like, Azriel, too. Like, we didn't get to see a whole lot of them. But after these, I was like, you know what, Cassian, you remind me a little bit of Chris Hemsworth, and that's attractive. So, yes. So, what is my new fictional crush is Cassian, because I did fall for him in this book, A Court of Silver Flames. So, yes. Newest favorite character. Okay, so technically it's not a new character to me, but I just remember, like, my love for this character is, like, 10 times stronger now from rereading the series, and that is Manon. So Manon is a witch. She drives a dragon, and if you don't know me, I love dragons. And so, yeah, after rereading these books, I'm like, you know what? Manon is probably one of my favorite fictional characters. Like, just a dope person. I don't know. But, yeah. So, like, right now, there's a lot of Manon in this book, so my heart is very, very happy. But, yeah, so a book that made you cry, honestly, okay, it's really hard for me to cry from a book. Like, honestly, I can't remember the last time I cried from a book. I don't know, it's really hard for me to cry from reading a book. I did have a lot of anxiety from this book. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you know, like, near the end, something was about to happen, and nobody was really sure what was gonna happen, and, like, somebody could die, and, yeah, so this was probably, like, the closest thing to crying, just anxiety packed. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I can't say anything without spoiling anybody, and I don't want to spoil anybody, so, okay. So I think a book that made you happy, honestly, I'm so happy right now reading Throne of Glass. A Court of Silver Flames has made me really happy. But that's about it, because I haven't read that many books. I've only read 8, and majority of them have been Throne of Glass. Yes. This is kind of like a sucky mid-year book tag, because I've just been rereading books all year, but I still wanted to film the video, so anyhow. Most beautiful book you have bought so far this year or received. So this one is definitely, I'm going to put as my most beautiful book that you've bought this year, because literally I only bought it because of the cover. That was it. Like, I was like, I need that book. That cover is beautiful. And I don't even know what it's pronounced. Elysium Girls, whatever. But can we just take a moment, look at this cover? Is that not just, like, gorgeous? I don't know. I love horses, and so anything with a dope horse on it, I'm gonna like. Yeah, I don't even know what this is about, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? So, obviously, this is my biggest priority. That's what I'm honestly working on right now, is Kingdom of Ash. Biggest priority is Kingdom of Ash. I also want to read, like I said, the other one, The Secret Life of Addie LaRue, and then From Blood and Ash. And then just 2 other books that I really want to read is Burn and Blaze Wrath Games, because I want to read more dragon books, because I have really noticed I like dragon books, so I need to read more of them since they make me happy. So, boom. Alright, so that is all of the questions for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too boring, since most of the stuff was stuff I've already read, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out soon. I have a whole list of stuff. I'm excited. So with that being said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff like this, comment below what kind of stuff you would want to see, or certain books you would want a book review on. I don't know. But just let me know. in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And then like all my social medias. I do have a book Instagram. If you guys like Instagram, go follow me on my book Instagram. I post stuff all the time on it. Like I'll have like reading slumps and I don't post on it, and then like I post every day, so it's just, you never know what you're gonna get with me. But yeah, go follow my book Instagram. It's night_reading, and yeah, it's lots of fun book stuff. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.